What's going on, y'all? It's Greg. Greg said it. We back to Inspiration Motivation. Second of the day. We had a wonderful live talking about that ambush that they set up for Poe, North Dakota State early today. We had a good conversation, man. Like I say, time is here, a few days away. We looking forward to kickoff. And we also talked about Discord. The Discord is going to be... I'm gonna watch the game live. I need to add it to my description. Make sure y'all have that, so you'll be able to, kick in, jump into the Discord. And like I said, we'll have a good conversations during the game, stream the game on the app. It's gonna be good times. And one of the things we talked about early today was kind of got into a conversation by mistake. We were talking about how Coach Prime, it's not his first rodeo. Not his first rodeo as a coach, and not his first rodeo with people hating on him. I mean, he's been dealing with it. But when we talk about, even at Jackson State, he ran into it with his quote-unquote own people. And we talked about, we kind of got into the conversation how they say he wasn't swag. He was an outsider. His skin color wasn't enough. He was an outsider. And we talked about how Jackson State just really didn't value him. And I could talk about some of my experiences and how some of the alumni and people were like, well, this is not our first time winning and we don't win without him. And it's like everything he did, they kind of underplayed it, and they made it seem as if what he did was normal, and that it's like they could do it without him, and they haven't seen it before and they haven't seen it since. And that's crazy, because I think what he was trying to do, he was trying to position Jackson State to be something unique, not just a HBCU, but HBCU that could do something unique. He was trying to muster up some funds in the community and show them how to put their money and power behind what they said they believed. And he tried to encourage them to think bigger, to step away from some of those non-productive, non-profitable classics that they were playing in. And they kind of begrudgingly did some of them, and a lot of them they didn't want to let go of their traditions, really. And he was an enemy because he was trying to get rid of traditions that they had at the HBCU or in that conference. They didn't want to let go. Even if that lead that conference, they wasn't willing. And man, they just couldn't get on the same page. I mean, I think some money probably, some situations probably went wrong, and he didn't fully point it out. He just bounced. And I don't think he told it all, and I think people was offended, but they didn't really value him like they should in my eyes. And people can get emotional about it all day. It is what it is, because we're looking at it. So I thought about it. Colorado, people talk about the colorism and all that. Those people, I hope and I think, they see the value in having him there, regardless of what they feel personally. He's brought a lot to that community. He's brought the spotlight. The school is picking up. More people want to go to the school, be a part of that situation. The community, the city, even Denver, everything is benefiting from what's going on in Boulder, especially when it comes to those games. Everybody and their mama there. So the economy is strong. And that's just how it works, man. People got to learn value. Like, if people don't value what you bring, it's best you get up out of there. It was best that he got up out of there, because they just wasn't seeing eye to eye down in Jackson State. And look what situation he ran into. Not only is everything on a bigger scale, he can do what he do on with more resources, but he has a community that seemingly, at large as a whole, seem to value what he's bringing and understand the economic impact that what he's doing can have. And they ready to take advantage of it. Like all the personal stuff or whatever going on, they see the bigger picture. In life, we got to see the bigger picture. We got to see past the brainwashing. We got to see past the biases and the clicking up. And we got to start to see what's best really for us without all the, because people manipulate you for their own gain. And you too doggone grown to be manipulated for their gain, and it don't benefit you. You got to think about, if you're going to sign off on something, you're going to come in agreement with something, it better be for what's actually good for you and not what somebody told you is good for you. You can't go out like that. And if you let people just play you and play you and play you and play you and always tell you they're gonna do something and never do it, you got a whole nother issue. Now you can kind of expect that out of kids, but even kids be like, hold up now, they ain't trusting you like that. But us as grown whole people, we got needs. And we should have enough experience to kind of know if people playing around with you, especially if it's the same people, the same type of people. But you gotta make decisions based off of what's gonna be your ultimate good. I don't think Jackson State did that. And that's a cultural issue. Sometimes you value the wrong stuff. You value people who lie to you and manipulate you and sugarcoat, what they call blow smoke up you and all that. And then the people who really for you, you know, you let somebody else talk you out of it. Oh, he ain't good. You find your doggone people trying to help you and land with your enemy. Like, you okay with the people who lie to you and trick you and deceive you. You ain't giving them a hard time. They're your best buddies. And you ain't got nothing to show for it. You love them. You love to be abused. You love to be the victim. That's deep. But the people who really there to help you, you don't like them. Maybe they not as sweet and nice. Maybe you know, they require you to bring something to the table. Because one thing about a con, he gonna tell you all the lies to get your silly behind to go along with it. He ain't gonna do nothing that he say he gonna do, and he ain't even gonna worry about you doing nothing that you supposed to do because you ain't finna do it anyway. But the people really try to help you, what they say, it's gonna come in overalls and look like work. You're gonna have to bring something to the table. They gonna tell you, okay, you gotta do A and B for me to do C. And you don't like that. Or you don't like the fact that they challenge you. You don't like the fact that they talk to you like they should be talking to you, or they call you out on your nonsense. You don't like that. You like somebody to tell you great, just to steal from you, just to manipulate you, just to make you be the pawn. You gonna be the pawn for another man just because somebody sweet talked you? We gotta look at history. See you, Coach Prime, his history speaks for himself. He spoke for what he did at Jackson. It speaks for him what he's doing in Colorado. It speaks for him. Results speak. The results ain't what somebody promised you that they gonna do. And nothing about them show that they gonna do, can do, have done. They just talk. If you like talkers, have at it. But I'm telling you, we running with Coach Prime, we running with walkers. We not running from Coach Prime because he brainwashed. His whole career, as far as in his football thing, is proven. And he practiced what he preached as far as how he run his team. He ain't got to be perfect. But if you align with it, you align with it. But do you align with somebody who just all talk? I don't think, I definitely wouldn't be here. Somebody was just blah, 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 blah. He's showing it in the community. He's showing it with his team. He helped people get NILs. He getting these scholarships. He got the story after story. And some people let somebody tell you that he ain't doing none of that. And you should not looking at it. Now, it's one thing to not know, but it's one thing to know and let somebody convince you. But that's how it be. Misinformed people. They hear stuff, they too lazy to check for themselves, to do their own research. Oh yeah, I don't like that. Oh, he right. I don't like him. You don't know nothing about him. You probably never will. But you know, even that man doing all he can do, people still talking about him. People still talking about how arrogant he is, even though anybody with a little bit would show he care more about his players than not. He care about other people more than himself. But you buy the lie for whatever reason. Some of you just want to be offended. I don't know. To hate, to dislike somebody you don't know is very weird. Like, and even if they did do something, like you don't have to sleep with him. Like, whatever he say that you don't like, what they got to do with you? He grown. He can say what he want. What, you cut the freaking TV off. Like, you don't have to listen to him. And him saying ignorant stuff according to you is not hurting you. You know. But if he bringing you value, he bringing you value. It's up to your grown behind to know the difference. Or not know the difference and pay the price. It's a price to pay of being ignorant when you're grown. You just don't want to be a grown fool. You don't want to be ignorant your whole life. You don't want to be ignorant your whole life. It's a price to pay. But I'm just Greg. Greg said it. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all soon.